Hello and welcome back to Ugly Duck Farms. On this episode, we're going to be finishing up planting of our corn and starting the hay work. So as you can see, we're almost done planting. We're getting kind of low on seed again, so I imagine we're going to be refilling here shortly. In fact, I'm going to stop this guy right now and go fill him up before he runs out. We've got 2 mowers going on the other field. I decided I didn't like the Vermeer mower out of the Vermeer packets. There's nothing wrong with it, I just don't like it, and I went back to using the New Holland hay binds. I have 2 of them currently running over in one of the fields mowing, and I am raking up the other field. And we're gonna, as soon as we're done mowing, we're gonna start baling up some hay. I'm hoping this is the last time I have to fill this thing, because I'm getting pretty low on seed. He should be getting about close too. Yep, he is. Come back down here and get him filled up and ready to go. I may have to run a couple more pallets of seed out here. I'm not sure yet. I was debating on whether I was going to drill the soybeans in or just plant them. And I believe I'm going to plant them in the fields that are worked and then drill them in the wheat stubble. Okay, I'm not sure why we're not getting a... There we go. We're still getting our disking done over here. It's going to be one of our soybean fields. And here's our mowers hard at work. They're mowing down the big field. Which sorry about that, my mic cut out for a second. What I was trying to say is I think this field's probably going to need some fertilizer on it before too much longer. Let's save the game and then we'll go look. Yeah, I do believe I need to put some fertilizer on this one. It's looking pretty dry. Don't think I've purchased the soil map for this one yet. There we go. Well, looks like we're perfect for soybeans over there. And the lime values don't look too awful on that, so we'll wait to put some lime on that till a little bit later. Alright, tractor seems to be getting along pretty well here. While he's working, we're going to go to the store and let's buy another tractor for the baler. The tractors I'm currently using are these, if I can find them here. These new ones from Jono and Dinez Farms. I love these. They're a nice convert. But I think I'm going to do something a little different. I got this one here. I think I'm going to try this out. Let's see. Standard cab. I don't think we need fenders on it. Gives you a lot of options here. I don't think I need most of the stuff that they've got here. We do want GPS on it though. I don't think I'm going to change any colors on it. And yes, we are going to buy that. These guys are looking pretty good, so he's getting along quite well. All right. Oh, yes, I remember why I don't use this tractor now. No, this isn't the one. One of these I've got doesn't have sound on it. It's a great tractor, but it doesn't have sound. Maybe it's the 30 series. I have a small 30 series. Maybe they're the ones that aren't used, that don't have any sound. Great tractors, just no sound. Okay, before we go over there, I'm going to adjust the bale size. I do not want to make, I want to make 150 bales. And we're going to reset the bale counter. I got 81 bales off this field last time, and let's see what we get off of it this time after it's been limed and fertilized one time. I do like this Vermeer baler. I have another one that's a mod that's not from Giants. I just like this one a little bit better because I can adjust the bale size on it. It doesn't use the custom bales. Because a lot of the other stuff that's out there for doing hay work doesn't use the custom size bales or won't work with the custom size bales. And if I really want the big bales, I can do that with this one. I usually, with the straw, I go to the big bales, but with silage, I like the medium-sized bales. Alright, let's see if we can get a worker started here. Want to go to that. Alright, we've already raked and baled and mowed this field one time before, so I've already got a course saved in here, so I could just start it back up there. And let's get to baling some silage. When we're done, we'll get the silage wrapper out, and when we're done raking both fields, we'll use that little tractor and go get the silage wrapper and come out here and start wrapping these bales up and hopefully hauling them off. Let's go check over on our planters and see how they're doing. Looks like they're about done. Nope, there's a whole section over there I don't think they've done yet. Let's check on this and see what they've got done. I'm not sure where they're going. Looks like they're going back over here to finish this. And we got 2 mowers going over here that seem to be making some pretty good progress. And then our disc is over here working, so I'm getting right along. They seem to have plenty of seed left in the planter, so we'll leave them be and we'll check in a little bit later with them. They should be finishing up here shortly, and that'll be all the corn in the ground for this planting season. And then we're gonna wait to we'll start our beans here. It's the 2nd day of April, so we'll start our beans probably in May. And then when we get the wheat harvested off, we'll finish putting the beans in for that. It took me a while, but I figured out how to make courseplay mow in a circle with these mowers, offset mowers. It took a little bit of doing, but I got it figured out, how to set the offset for them. I just gotta make sure that I set them up to mow in a spiral pattern. That way they don't run into each other and don't go all wonky and start mowing weird stuff. Yeah, it looks like our baler's making a few bales over here and doing a good job, so. I just don't like the hitch on these new Giants Vermeer DLC equipment. They got that Euro style ball hitch on there, and it just, I wish they'd give you an option for an American style hitch, because I know a lot of us over here in the US play with this and like to have US style equipment, but Giants doesn't seem to ever make any of that for us. I don't know that our harvest is doing too good on or the cutting is doing too good on this grass. We've only gotten 2 bales off of it so far. Make that a third. I feel like I can't say this enough. I just love this map by Large H. I played on his Greystone, I believe it was, North Carolina map, and I love that for smaller, older equipment. Great map for using littler, I say older, like 70s style equipment, small stuff. And I like this one. I thought I was going to be able to use medium-sized equipment on this, but I found out real quickly medium-sized equipment is not the thing here. You need the larger equipment on this map. And he's got another one that he's working on, Lenona, PA, I think is what it's called. And I'm really curious about that one. I want to check that out. My other playthrough, I am still playing on Ashton Corners, and that one's by MRG Mapping. It's a good map too. It's not completely finished. He's still got work to do on it. I know he's working on another project currently and trying to get some other people to help him finish it. And hopefully there'll be an update before too much longer rolling out for that one. And add a few more of the things that he said he wanted to put in there and make it a lot better map. Not that it's not good now, but it could always use some improving. I've baled with a lot of John Deere balers, and this Vermeer baler is about the same as the John Deere. And I haven't baled with one recently, but I've never noticed them move up and down like that as much as this one does. Maybe that's the way the new ones are, but I just thought that was kind of odd. I do have to say the animations on this rake are pretty darn good. Very realistic looking, in my opinion. I just don't like those Euro style hitches. Now, Lazy E Modding is supposed to be coming out with a Vermeer tedder to go along with this. I don't know when it's going to get released yet, but I'm waiting for it to come out so we have some American style tedders to use in this game too. That's one thing I found in 19 I never did find was an American style tedder. I don't think anybody's ever made one for the game yet, to my knowledge. And I can tell you today that the International 55 chisel plow was released on Mod Hub. I've got it downloaded, but I haven't had a chance to use it yet. But Rooster Mods makes some really good stuff, and I'm anxiously waiting to get over there and start using that and seeing how it works out. And I saw earlier on Facebook also that he is going back to making his header trailer out of the running gear that he used under his small square bale trailers, his hay racks, for use with the older combines and the smaller headers. He said he was going to make a 20 and a 30-foot option, which comes in great for a lot of guys that use the smaller equipment. And I've noticed here recently there's been a lot of maps that come out that are tuned to the smaller, older equipment, which I really like. I think Farm Sim 19 was more tuned to the large, new equipment, and I just like playing with some of the older, smaller stuff. You know, kind of a 70s, 80s type equipment. That's just my personal play style. It looks like we need to go back over here and refill our planters. Which means I'm going to have to stop by the house and get a couple pallets. I almost ran over my pallet. And yes, I am cheating. I use super strength on pallets because I've never been really great with using a forklift in this game, nor have I been able to successfully ever load pallets. And I don't know if it's me or just the game mechanics on the loading of pallets, but I've never been able to get the forks in there. They always go wonky and fly off and end up 3 fields over. And I need to stay on the road. We're just going to drive out here to the field and fill them up out here. And while we're out and about, we'll just go over here and check on our mowers again. It looks like we just have a couple more passes left with the planters, and then we'll be done with corn for this year. The mowers look like they're about done too. So let's head on over here and check on the rake, because he should be about done. I apologize if you can hear my daughter in the background. She just got home and she's a little wound up today. And it looks like our rake is getting close to being done here, so we'll go back to the farm, or fold him up and take him back up to the farm. I take that back. He's not as close as I thought he was. All right, we got a few more minutes here, so we'll just keep checking in on these guys. And while we're waiting around, if you like what I'm doing here, please leave a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you think there's something I could do better, or I'm still new at doing this and I'm learning every day on OBS, and I'm still playing around with DaVinci Resolve, trying to figure out how to edit videos. So if you have any advice, feel free to give it. And with that, I think we're going to call it a day. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Ugly Duck Farming.